Have you ever wondered what gentle discipline is and how it can benefit your child? Well, you're about to find out. Gentle discipline is a powerful approach that focuses on teaching children self-discipline, respect, and empathy. But how does it work? Instead of implementing punishment and instilling fear, gentle discipline champions communication and understanding. It's about guiding your child towards better behavior, rather than forcing them to comply out of fear or the threat of punishment. This approach is more than just a disciplinary method. It's a way of life. It nurtures a deep and meaningful relationship with your child, built on mutual respect and understanding. It encourages your child to think independently, make better decisions, and develop a sense of empathy. Gentle discipline is not about letting your child run wild, but about teaching them to take responsibility for their actions in a loving, compassionate way. So, let's embark on this journey to understand the concept of gentle discipline. So, what does gentle discipline look like in practice? Gentle discipline is a dance, a delicate balance between setting boundaries and fostering independence. It's like setting up the rails for a roller coaster ride. The rails provide direction and safety, but within those rails there's room for thrilling ups and downs, twists and turns. The first step in this dance is setting clear boundaries. These aren't rigid, unyielding walls, but flexible guidelines that help children understand what's expected of them. They're like the banks of a river, guiding its flow without stifling it. Next comes communication. And no, it's not a one-way street. It's about listening as much as speaking, about understanding as much as explaining. It's about making sure your child feels heard, valued, and understood. Now let's talk about reinforcement. In gentle discipline, we focus on reinforcing positive behaviors rather than punishing negative ones. Imagine you're teaching a puppy to sit. You wouldn't punish it every time it stands, would you? No, you'd reward it when it sits, and soon, sitting becomes its default behavior. It's the same with children. But what about when they misbehave? Here's where gentle discipline shines. Instead of punishing, we use these moments as teaching opportunities. We help children understand the consequences of their actions, how they affect others, and most importantly, how they can make better choices in the future. So you see, gentle discipline isn't about control, it's about guidance. It's not about creating obedient robots, but about nurturing self-reliant, empathetic individuals. It's not about avoiding conflict, but about navigating it with grace and respect. And at the heart of it all is love. Love for your child's unique spirit, love for their budding potential, love for their journey, with all its ups and downs. Because gentle discipline isn't just about raising well-behaved children, it's about raising happy, balanced, and resilient adults. Remember, the goal is to teach, not to punish. Now that we know what gentle discipline is, let's explore why it's beneficial. Firstly, gentle discipline promotes the development of empathy in children. It encourages them to understand and share the feelings of others. When a child experiences a parent's empathetic response to their feelings and needs, they are more likely to develop this important emotional skill themselves. Empathy is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence and is critical for forming healthy relationships throughout life. Beyond empathy, gentle discipline also fosters self-discipline. It might seem counterintuitive, but by not imposing harsh punishments, we enable children to develop internal control over their actions. This type of discipline focuses on teaching children about consequences rather than simply punishing them. When children understand the impact of their actions, they're more likely to make good choices autonomously. Now let's talk about self-esteem. We all want our kids to believe in themselves and their abilities. Gentle discipline helps build a healthy self-esteem because it respects the child's individuality. It validates their feelings and thoughts, and it communicates that they are valued for who they are, not just for their behavior. This validation builds a strong sense of self-worth that will serve them well throughout their lives. But the benefits aren't just for the children. Gentle discipline also fosters a trusting and respectful parent-child relationship. It's a two-way street where both parties learn from each other. Parents learn to understand their child's unique perspective, and children learn to trust their parents' guidance. This mutual respect and trust form the foundation for a strong and lasting relationship. So gentle discipline isn't just about managing behavior, it's about nurturing emotional health and building strong relationships. It's about teaching empathy, fostering self-discipline, and building a healthy self-esteem. With gentle discipline, we are nurturing not just well-behaved children, but emotionally healthy individuals. You might be wondering, is there any scientific basis for these claims? Well, it's not just anecdotal evidence that supports the effectiveness of gentle discipline. A wealth of scientific research does too. The American Academy of Pediatrics, a respected authority in the field, has conducted numerous studies on the subject. One such study found that children who experienced harsh discipline were more likely to exhibit behavioral problems, including aggression and defiance. This suggests that punitive measures aren't just ineffective, they might actually exacerbate the issues they're intended to address. On the flip side, the positive effects of gentle discipline have been well documented. A study published in the Journal of Family Psychology found that children who experienced positive, non-punitive discipline were more likely to develop better social skills, exhibit lower levels of problem behavior, and have higher levels of academic achievement. This isn't just about avoiding negatives, but actively promoting positives. Furthermore, a long-term study by the University of Minnesota tracked children over a span of 20 years. The study discovered that those who received gentle discipline from their parents were more likely to be successful in their adult lives. They showed higher levels of empathy, better emotional regulation, and improved problem-solving skills. These findings are echoed in a study by the University of Texas, which found that children who were disciplined gently were more likely to develop secure attachments with their parents. This secure attachment is crucial for a child's emotional development and their ability to form healthy relationships later in life. To add to this, a study from the University of New Hampshire found that gentle discipline can lower the risk of mental health issues in children. This includes conditions such as anxiety and depression, which can have serious long-term effects on a child's well-being. So the science is clear. Gentle discipline isn't just a trendy parenting strategy. It's a scientifically backed approach that promotes healthier, happier, and more successful children. As you can see, science backs up the benefits of gentle discipline. So, how can we start implementing gentle discipline in our homes? That's the question many of us are asking at this point. Let's dive into some practical tips and strategies to help you make this transition. First up, we have positive reinforcement. This is a powerful tool in the gentle discipline toolbox. Rather than focusing on the negative behaviors, we shift our attention to the positive ones. For instance, when your child tidies their room without being asked, you might say, "I noticed how you cleaned your room all by yourself. That shows responsibility, and I appreciate it." This kind of positive feedback encourages more of the same behavior in the future. Next, let's talk about active listening. This is an essential skill in any relationship, and it's especially crucial when it comes to parenting. When your child is talking, try to focus on their words and show that you're genuinely interested in what they have to say. This not only builds respect and trust, but it also helps your child feel heard and understood. And then, there's leading by example. Remember, your children are always watching and learning from you. If you want them to practice kindness, show kindness. If you want them to be patient, demonstrate patience. Your actions often speak louder than your words, so it's important to be mindful of the behaviors you're modeling. Lastly, let's touch on setting clear and consistent boundaries. Children thrive on structure and predictability. When they know what's expected of them, they're more likely to comply. So make sure your rules are clear, fair, and consistently enforced. Implementing gentle discipline is not a one-time event, but a journey. There will be bumps along the way, and that's perfectly fine. We're all human after all. What matters is that we keep trying and learning, and that we don't lose sight of our goal, to raise happy, confident, and respectful children. Remember, the key to gentle discipline is consistency and patience. So let's keep practicing these strategies, and before we know it, we'll be reaping the benefits of gentle discipline in our homes. In conclusion, gentle discipline is a powerful tool in child rearing. It's an approach that emphasizes respect, understanding, and patience, fostering a nurturing environment for your child to grow and thrive. We've explored how gentle discipline works, its numerous benefits, and the scientific studies that back its effectiveness. Remember, it's not about punishment, but guiding your little one towards understanding consequences and making better choices. This method helps to build a strong bond of trust and respect between you and your child, setting the foundation for a lifetime of open, honest communication. Gentle discipline fosters emotional intelligence, empathy, resilience, and self-discipline in children, qualities that they will carry into adulthood. Implementing this approach may not always be easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. With gentle discipline, we can raise children who are not only well-behaved, but also emotionally healthy and empathetic. Thank you for joining us on this journey of understanding gentle discipline.